rich and the poor. More and more, you just can't reject it. And I'm the one that can relate to you, him, her, and your buddy. Cause everybody wants some. Money ain't all, but you can't excuse it. The way I'm living, I got to use it.
I once had pride, now that's all behind. I want to get rich quick. I want success and all that goes with it. And I'm dirty cash, I want you. Dirty cash, I need you. Oh. Dirty cash, I want you. Dirty cash, I need you. Oh. Dirty cash. Dirty cash.
Stop me, 'cause I'm having a good time, having a good time. A shooting star leaping through the sky like a tiger, defying the laws of gravity. I'm a racing car passing by like Lady Godiva. I'm gonna go, go, go. There's no stopping me. I'm burning through the sky, 200 degrees. That's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic man out of you. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Don't stop me now. 'Cause I'm having a good time. Don't stop me now. Yes, I'm having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all. I'm a rocket ship on my way to Mars on a collision course. I am a satellite. I'm out of control. I'm a sex machine ready to reload. Like an atom bomb about to explode. I'm burning through the sky. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light.
This ain't Texas, ain't no hold'em. So lay your cards down, 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 down. So park your Lexus and throw your keys up. Stick around, round, 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 round. And I'll be damned if I can't slow dance with you. Come pour some sugar on me, honey, too. It's a real live boogie and a real live hold down. Don't be a come take it to the floor now. Woo! Huh. There's a tornado in my city. It's the basement. That ain't pretty. Rugged whiskey. We're surviving. All the red cup kisses, sweet redemption, passing time, yeah. Ooh, one step to the right. We headed to the dive bar we always thought was nice. Ooh, run me to the left.
trade with you. Do anything you want me to. Money talks, money talks. Dirty cash, I want you, and dirty cash, I need you. Oh, money talks, money talks. Dirty cash, I want you, dirty cash, I need you. Oh. Dirty cash, I want you, dirty cash, I need you. Oh. Dirty cash, I want you, dirty cash, I need you. Oh.
I'm dirty cash, the one that you asked for. I'm wanted by the rich and the poor. More and more, you just can't reject it. And I'm the one that can relate to you, him, her, and your buddy. Cause everybody wants some. Money ain't all, but you can't excuse it. The way I'm living, I got to use it.
I once had pride, now that's all behind. I want to get rich quick, I want success, and all that goes with it. And I'm gonna use my sex. Money talks, money talks. Dirty cash, I want you, and dirty cash, I need you. Oh, money talks, money talks. Dirty cash, I want you, dirty cash, I need you. Oh. Dirty cash, I want you, dirty cash, I need you. Oh. Dirty cash, dirty cash.
Stop me, 'cause I'm having a good time, having a good time. Shooting star leaping through the sky like a tiger, defying the laws of gravity. I'm a racing car passing by like Lady Godiva. I'm gonna go, go, go. There's no stopping me. I'm burning through the sky, 200 degrees. That's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic man out of you. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Don't stop me now. 'Cause I'm having a good time. Don't stop me now. Yes, I'm having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all. I'm a rocket ship on my way to Mars on a collision course. I am a satellite. I'm out of control. I'm a sex machine ready to reload. Like an atom bomb about to explode. I'm burning through the sky. 200 degrees. That's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light.
This ain't Texas, ain't no hold'em. So lay your cards down, 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 down. So park your Lexus and throw your keys up. Stick around, round, 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 round. And I'll be damned if I can't slow dance with you. Come pour some sugar on me, honey, too. It's a real live boogie and a real live hold down. Don't be a come take it to the floor now. Woo! Huh. There's a tornado in my city. It's the basement. That ain't pretty. Rugged whiskey. We're surviving. Red cup kisses, sweet redemption, passing time, yeah. Ooh, one step to the right, we headed to the dive bar we always thought was nice. Ooh, run me to the left, then spin me in the middle, boy. I can't
Good evening, good evening. Please join me for a moment of silence. All right. Welcome to the 2025 Senior Awards Ceremony. Tonight, we will celebrate individuals and teams, this year's accomplishments, and the 4 collective years of the class of 2025. Most importantly, we celebrate with the class of 2025 and thank them for all of their contributions. We have a special treat from Stuco Athletics representative. Am I on the right time? Okay, good. Dominique Lagrenade, based on senior class submissions. So thank you for responding to her. welcome President Wendy Raymond.
Hello, everybody, and congratulations to our seniors, class of 2025. I know it said goodbye from the class of 2025, but it is never goodbye with you because this is always your home. And I'm thrilled to know that on Saturday, you're going to be graduating. I will be there on the commencement stage with you, and I hope that you have a wonderful few days between now and then. One of the themes that I wanted to talk with you about was that fun is infectious, and you just showed it there. That was so much fun. And you, on a personal note, you all as seniors and everybody here as scholar athletes have given me so much fun over these 4 years and beyond. Dave and Peanut and I, as you know, are often at your competitions on Saturdays or on weekday afternoons and evenings, and it's really wonderful that I live just a 5-minute walk from wherever you are competing, and you've just given me that infectivity of fun time and time again. Another theme that I want to leave you with is how your courage is contagious. You show courage in your individual growth, in your growth as a team member, in the ways that you show up for Haverford as a Ford and as a person battling whatever you're battling, your own injuries, your own psyche, your own complicated lives that you bring into your competition. And that courage that you show as a scholar athlete really is contagious for everybody here at Haverford. And I hope that that courage for you continues on into your life. I've seen it time and time again with Fords who are alums who talk about their time like you have had as scholar athletes at Haverford, reflecting back not only on the fun that they had and the courage that they exhibited, but also the personal growth that is a foundation for life. So I thank you for that personal growth, the personal commitments that you've made to yourselves, to your teammates, to your coaches, to your faculty members, and to Haverford. Thanks for everything that you've brought to us. Have a wonderful last few days here, and I look forward to seeing you every year when you come back here to campus. Congratulations.
Thank you, Wendy. In 2024-25, 17 teams competed for a conference championship. Over the past 4 years, 19 of 23 teams competed for championships. Centennial championships over the past 4 years include a 2021 men's cross-country championship. To some performers of the year by sport, USFCA Division III Epee Athlete of the Year, Eric Chen. Centennial Conference Player of the Year, Baseball, Harry Genth. Centennial Conference Rookie of the Year, Jackson, I'm going to say this right, Grow. I think I tried. USTFCCCA Metro Athlete of the Year, Peter La Rochelle, men's cross country. Centennial Conference Outdoor Track Athlete of the Year, Reza SG for men's outdoor track. All-Americans, men's cross country, Peter La Rochelle. Reza SG, men's indoor track and field. Men's fencing, Eric Chen. Men's fencing, Michael Pio. And men's fencing, Dean Myers. NCAA championship appearances over the past 4 years. We had representation from 12 different programs: men's cross country, women's cross country, men's indoor track, women's indoor track and field, men's outdoor track and field, women's outdoor track and field, men's fencing, men's tennis, volleyball, and women's lacrosse. Centennial Conference Academic Honor Roll. For the fall, we had 95 folks. For the winter, 62. For the spring, 148, totaling in 305. It's pretty impressive. Philadelphia Sports Information Directors Association Academic All-Area Performer of the Year, men's fencing, Eric Chen. Philadelphia Sports Information Directors Association Academic All-Area Honorees. From women's soccer, Phoebe Garfield. From volleyball, Taylor Jones. From cross country, Peter La Rochelle. From men's fencing, Eric Chen. From men's fencing, Michael Pio. From women's fencing, Sophie Gardner. Macintosh class for 2025 was Juliet Young for volleyball and track and field. Our William W. Ambler 45 Award, Noah Tunis, men's squash. Please enjoy our top 10 memorable moments of the year.
Good afternoon, Fords fans. Join us as we count down the most unforgettable highlights from Haverford Athletics this past year. From buzzer beaters to championship victories, the Squirrel Center team brings you the top plays, emotional triumphs, and defining moments that made this season so memorable. We start off with volleyball as the Fords stormed into Eastern's gym and emerged victorious in a 5-set thriller, handing Eastern their first home loss since 2021. Eliana Brown led the charge with a stellar double-double, racking up 13 kills and 25 digs in the match, while Taylor Jones dominated at the net with 9 blocks. Haverford overcame a fierce Eagles squad, battling through a match that included 26 ties and 11 lead changes. On a magical November night under the lights at Clothier Field, the Haverford field hockey team delivered a postseason clinching performance to remember. In a dramatic shootout finish, rookie goalkeeper Steph Ionescu emerged as the hero, stopping the decisive shot to seal a 1-0 upset over number 24 Swarthmore and punch the Fords' ticket to the Centennial Conference Tournament. With their playoff hopes on the line, the Fords held firm against a relentless Swarthmore pressure, surviving 80 scoreless minutes and overcoming a 16-3 shot deficit. On an unseasonably warm October afternoon at Walton Field, the Haverford women's soccer team delivered a dominant 4-0 win over Vico rival Bryn Mawr, securing their first Centennial Conference Tournament berth since 2019. First-year Claire Hawley opened the scoring with her first career goal, and the Fords never looked back, piling on 3 more goals in a relentless second-half attack. Allie Billups earned her second consecutive shutout as Haverford outshot the Owls 27-1. Taking their talents to the Hoosier State, Haverford's cross-country standouts delivered on the national stage at the NCAA Division III Championships. Peter La Rochelle fought his way to a second consecutive All-America honor, clinching 40th place by a mere 0.2 seconds in a thrilling finish. Meanwhile, Reza SG showcased his growth, jumping nearly 90 spots from last year to finish 191st, capping off a standout season. Marco Arboleda took center stage in the Bryn Mawr room to receive the prestigious Archibald McIntosh Award, celebrating his standout academic and athletic achievements as a first-year Ford. The sophomore tennis star was introduced by men's tennis coach Eric Spangler, who praised Arboleda's dedication both on the court and in the classroom. With remarks from President Wendy Raymond and Bill McIntosh, grandson of the award's namesake, the ceremony honored Haverford's proud tradition of excellence. It was a record-setting day at Gooding Arena as the Haverford College women's basketball team put on a shooting clinic, setting a new program record with a blistering 57.6% field goal percentage in a commanding 83-54 win over Gallaudet. The Fords also nailed 56.3% from three-point range, the second-best mark in program history, and poured in the 6th most points ever in a single game with 83. Haverford sophomore Eric Chen was named the Men's Epi Division III Athlete of the Year by the USFCA, becoming the first ever Haverford fencer to claim that prestigious honor. Chen capped off a phenomenal season with a standout performance at the 2025 NCAA National Collegiate Fencing Championships in State College, Pennsylvania, where he placed 22nd overall, notching 6 bout victories against the nation's elite. Not only did Chen shine on the strips, but he also excelled in the classroom, earning the Elite 90 award for having the highest cumulative GPA among all competitors at the NCAA Finals site, another Haverford first. Chen's record-breaking sophomore season included USFCA All-Mid-Atlantic South Region First Team honors and a Division III All-Region and All-American nod, solidifying his status as one of the top epeists in the country across all 3 NCAA divisions. The Haverford College men's lacrosse team had a historic season, finishing with 9 wins, their most since 2011. The 8-1 start was the best in school history, setting a new benchmark for success early in the season. The Fords had multiple dramatic victories, including an overtime 10-9 win over Arcadia in the season opener, where Tyler Vendetti scored this game-winning goal. Additionally, a 19-7 blowout of McDaniel marks the Ford Centennial Conference debut, with Matt Richards recording a season-high 9 points. The team also excelled with stellar defense from Ronan West and strong face-off performances, showcasing all-around dominance against the Green Terror. The Haverford College women's lacrosse team continued its historic start with a dramatic 8-7 overtime win against number 22 Christopher Newport on Swan Field. First-year Natalie Bowles' game-winning goal lifted the Fords to their second straight win over a ranked opponent, with Annie Ravakos' clutch saves anchoring the defensive effort. Haverford senior Reza Eski delivered a standout performance at the NCAA Division III Indoor Track and Field Championships, claiming national runner-up honors in the 3,000-meter run with a time of 8:10.26. Eski becomes Haverford's 6th first-team All-American in the event, adding to his Centennial Conference title, as well as a school record in the event this season. Haverford softball certainly brought the fireworks this season. Jocelyn Leal stepped up and crushed a grand slam off the foul pole, igniting the Fords with an early lead against Dickinson in the conference opener. Then, on senior day, Kama Bodhi delivered the ultimate moment, a walk-off blast against Drew that sent the crowd into a frenzy. Talk about clutch power at the plate for the Fords. Senior second baseman Harry Gentz delivered a season for the ages, blasting his way to both the career and single-season home run records at Haverford. Gentz's 23 bombs lead not only the Centennial, but all of Division III, earning him his second straight Player of the Year honor in the Centennial Conference, a feat only one other position player in conference history has ever achieved. The Baltimore native dominated the stat sheet with 77 RBIs, 150 total bases, and a jaw-dropping 1.034 slugging percentage, all while swiping 31 bags. Gentz's legacy is now firmly cemented as one of the greatest to ever suit up for the Fords. Both Harry Genth and Noah Tunis hail from Charm City, Baltimore, and both have now etched their names in the Haverford history. Tunis, a senior captain on the men's squash team, has earned the prestigious William W. Ambler Class of 45 award given to the senior student athlete with the highest cumulative GPA. The first men's squash player to win this honor since the year 2000, Tunis has excelled both academically and athletically at Haverford, balancing a rigorous philosophy major with elite squash performance. Haverford Cricket's 2024-25 season was one for the history books, finishing undefeated in the regular season and taking second place at the Philadelphia International Cricket Festival, the team's best result this century. Haverford senior Rachel Fitzgerald has earned a spot in the NCAA Division III Women's Tennis Championships in Claremont, California, after a standout senior season. The sole representative from the Centennial Conference, Fitzgerald is the third Haverford player in 4 years to qualify for the individual championships. With a 12-5 record in dual matches and a 7-1 mark in conference play this year, she's been a key contributor all season long. Fitzgerald will compete for the national title in late May, continuing the Fords women's tennis proud legacy. History was made in Salisbury, Maryland, as the 19th ranked Haverford College women's lacrosse team claimed an 18-10 victory over St. Mary's in the first round of the NCAA Division III tournament. The win not only secured a spot in the next round, but it also set a new program record with 15 wins and marked the first NCAA tournament victory in team history. Junior Brooke Epstein led the way with 5 goals, including her 200th career point, becoming just the 9th player in Haverford program history to reach that milestone. Bella Gattuso and Ellie Hughes each tallied hat-tricks, while Kylie McNamara and Daniela Martini each added 3 points. After an incredible 2025 campaign, including a program record season and that first NCAA win, the Fords are poised to continue their national success with a strong returning core. In a historic moment for Haverford College, the number 16 men's tennis team claimed its first ever NCAA tournament victory, sweeping Illinois Tech 4-0 in the first round in Cleveland, Ohio. James McKenzie and Justin Minerva dominated in doubles, while McKenzie, Chait Krishna, and Minerva each posted singles victories to seal the win. The Fords matched their all-time program record with 16 wins, advancing to the second round where they faced number 13 Kenya. Unfortunately, Haverford's run did come to an end with a 4-0 loss to the Owls. Despite the defeat, the Fords' 16-6 record and historic NCAA tournament run marked one of the most successful seasons in program history, including a Centennial Conference Finals appearance and a national ranking in the ITA poll. Well, Fords fans, there you have it. A small smattering of the amazing moments from an action-packed 24-25 season. The Squirrel Center team was privileged to experience not only these moments, but also everything else that came in between. The bus rides, ducking into the dugout during a rain delay, and even snagging an Uncrustable and a Gatorade from a team's DC cooler. But above all, the best thing that we saw this year was the dedication, perseverance, and determination of this special group of student athletes. Best of luck to the class of 2025. We will miss you dearly, and we hope to see you next year for another edition of Squirrel Center.
Thank you, Curran and Matt. At this time, please welcome to the stage senior student speaker from men's soccer, Joey Carroll.
Hey guys. All right. Thank you, Danielle. It's really good to see you all. All right. Congratulations to the seniors on finishing the final assignments of your Haverford careers. To the juniors, sophomores, and first years for how far you've come. And to everyone for an incredibly successful and exciting year of athletics. I feel so lucky and grateful to be standing before you today. Now, many of you may not know this about me, but when I get up in front of crowds, I tend to blab. So when I asked John Dowd how long this speech should be, he said, just don't make it too long. For your sake, I promised I would do my best, so we'll see. When Coach Jamie Schneck first reached out to me to ask if I'd be interested in giving this speech, I was hit with a wave of emotion and a sincere feeling of honor. This ceremony is such a powerful celebration of our athletes and their accomplishments, and the idea of being part of it felt almost surreal. But along with the excitement, a hint of hesitation crept into the peripheries of my mind. There was so much I wanted to say, so much gratitude and emotion I wanted to express, but I worried I wouldn't be able to do it justice, especially for a senior class as special as you guys. Later that night, in speaking with Devin Lefkowitz, I was reminded that this community, this family, has had my back through thick and thin. It's had all of our backs. I've never felt more supported or more empowered to take on something like this. This speech is meant to honor the community that has given me so much, but more than that, it's about what this community has given to all of us. In the busyness of life as a Haverford student athlete, it's easy to lose sight of how much we each contribute to something truly meaningful. So, while the speech is for this community, it should also be written by this community. I shared a Google form with team captains to spread around, asking for quotes, and the responses were overwhelming. The love and admiration you all have for each other is palpable. It's here in this room. I can feel it bubbling up inside everyone. Sometimes it takes moments like this to pause, breathe, and appreciate what we've built. A first year on women's lacrosse writes, quote, "Being a part of this community has deeply shaped who I am. It's not just about competing, but it's about the relationships, the quiet moments of resilience, and the constant support we give one another. As a freshman, I've already learned how special this place is. I'm grateful every day to be surrounded by people who care so deeply and push each other to grow." I remember feeling the exact same way as a first year. I actually distinctly remember my first day on Founders lawn with the rest of the first years. I was sitting with my parents, and with an embarrassingly large, beaming smile, I turned to my right and introduced myself to a very unfortunate Sarah Klink, with what I can only imagine was way too much enthusiasm. It's just hard to explain how excited I was to be joining this community, and while most highly anticipated things turn out to be underwhelming, I couldn't even begin to imagine how impactful this group of people would be to my development and happiness over a mere 4 years. And this impact isn't just limited to student athletes. It includes everyone in the athletic community. Just hours after accosting Sarah, I was in the athletic training room for preseason assessments, and it's there that I had my first standoff duel with Kurt Mauger. I lost, of course. But as he was losing his mind, trying to understand how we could have possibly gotten into this school without being able to fill out a few medical forms, I could tell that under that ice-cold exterior was a warm, fuzzy interior, deeply committed to our success. And that goes for all the athletic staff, including grounds, facilities, fitness, admin, and training room. Not the ice-cold exterior part, but the unwavering commitment to helping us do what we love. As Emma Kirk, a sophomore on women's soccer, puts it, quote, "Thank you for all you do behind the scenes and on the fields to make our teams run smoothly. I would like to say a special thanks to the athletic training office for all they do to make sure players are out on the field and playing safe and protected. They really do so much for so many players with rehab, taping, and just being there to deal with small issues, which does not go unappreciated by any. They truly make the training room feel like a safe and comfortable place," end quote. I could not agree more. And of course, we owe a tremendous thank you to our coaches and coaching staff. You haven't just trained us to compete, you've helped us shape the culture that holds us together. Through the values you instill, the standards you set, and the way you model care and accountability, you've shown us what it means to build and sustain a true community. And to Danielle, thank you for the renewed sense of dedication and commitment you have brought to the athletic department. You have injected empathy, enthusiasm, and love into our community. Thank you for being at the heart of it all. My first season on men's soccer flew by. Before I knew it, I was saying goodbye to the seniors who had welcomed me with open arms. While our record that year left room for improvement, I remember it with nothing but fondness. Why? Because the love of the team shielded us from the sting of defeat. In hindsight, getting knocked down was an important part of my experience. Some of my favorite memories and lessons learned came from watching the older guys get back up and pull the rest of us up with them. When asked about her favorite memory, a sophomore on women's lacrosse says that it, quote, has to be fully experiencing the love and camaraderie of the women's lacrosse team here. We always know how to turn the obstacles life throws at us into amazing memories. This past year, we were playing in the torrential downpour at Stevens, and during halftime, we were singing, dancing, and having a great time together despite the conditions. I would like to specifically shout out senior, you guessed it, goalkeeper, Annie Bravacos, for starting the dance circle and always bringing a lighthearted and happy energy to everything we do, end quote. That kind of spirit, joyful, resilient, supportive, is everywhere on this campus. It defines who we are as a community of student athletes, and it doesn't disappear when the season ends or when a class graduates. It stays with us, carried forward in memories, traditions, and the bonds we've built. Over the years, I've seen amazing classes come and go. Just last night, I played pickup soccer with alums in Philly and then rushed back to join the current team for family dinner. Sitting around that table, surrounded by laughter and warmth, I thought back on my own time in their seats. I remembered how desperately I wanted to freeze time so that the seniors I once looked up to, the same ones I was playing with just a few hours earlier, would never leave. But last night, I realized, if time had stopped, I never would have met the remarkable people around that table that made it feel like home. I saw my own growth in them. That's the beauty of community here. It keeps growing, learning, and giving. Kira Cheney, a sophomore on volleyball, says, quote, "I've learned so much about myself and about life through being a student athlete. Working with a team you practically live with has been such a unique experience. I've grown a lot because of this experience, as a leader, as a teammate, as a friend, as a learner, and just overall as a person, and I'm grateful to get to be a part of it," end quote. And about all of you, she adds, quote, "I'm excited to see what you all accomplish within the next few years and into the rest of your lives. Everyone has worked so hard as a student and as an athlete to get where they are today. And with that kind of drive and determination, I know there are going to be a lot of influential innovators, trailblazers, and leaders in whatever direction you all decide to go in," end quote. And she's right. Everyone here has developed passion, resilience, and leadership through sport. But those traits aren't unique to Haverford. What is unique is that we've learned how to build and sustain community, no matter the circumstance. And if there's ever been a time when the world needs community, it's now. We have lived through what has been an undoubtedly difficult time to attend college. Especially for the seniors, our college experience began with the pandemic, was impacted by not one but two major international conflicts, and has ended with major political upheaval across the globe. In a world plagued by socioeconomic and political strife, the odds were stacked against us. While we certainly did not always agree on everything, as a community we have been able to beat those odds. We have done so by leaning on each other. We have stepped into the shoes of others, reached across the aisle, empathized, and seen one another for who we are, human beings. Each pass we made, each ball we hit, each step we took, each hand we shook, every action as a Haverford student athlete has been an act of community building. And look how far we've come. As you step into the next phase of your life, or work to finish the current one, I implore each of you to join me in trying to steward our collective superpower of community building. Because if it really is as simple as making a pass, hitting a ball, taking a step, and shaking a hand, imagine the impact we can have when we find ourselves in influential positions as the innovators, trailblazers, and leaders of the future. That future starts now, and with it comes a familiar moment, one that never gets easier. It's time, once again, to say goodbye to a class of seniors who have shaped this community in ways both seen and unseen. A first year on cricket wants to share with the seniors that, quote, "They have played such a fundamental part in welcoming us all to the athletic community and showing us what it means to strike a balance between the social, academic, and athletic lives here at Haverford. They'll be dearly missed as we all try to replicate their leadership," end quote. I've made countless memories here, but the most meaningful part has been getting to know you all. Whether on the field, in the training room, on Founders Green, or even in 19 Basement or Drinker, I've been lucky to grow alongside you, and I know you non-seniors don't need us anymore because you've already grown into remarkable leaders and friends in your own right. This community is in incredibly capable hands. But while we may be leaving, this is not goodbye. It's really just see you later. We'll always be part of this community, and just in case anyone feels like I used to, there's no reason to freeze time, because it will soon be time to make room for the next class, the new family members who will sit at that dinner table wide-eyed and full of joy. All I ask, as we step off our fields of play and into the fold of alumni, is that you show the next classes the way of the Haverford athlete. Build community. Make a pass, hit a ball, take a step, and shake a hand. Because that's what we seniors will be doing. We will make the world a better place, one act of community building at a time. That's a promise. Thank you all, and to my HCMS brothers over there in the back of the room, past, present, and future, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your family, and never forget that. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Joey. Next, we will celebrate our senior record holders. When your name is read, please come to the stage. Please be mindful of the backdrop. It is not very sturdy. So do not step on the fabric on the floor. Step in front of it, please. All right. We're starting with crickets, Mohanish Bajaj. All right, moving on to women's lacrosse's Annie Bravacos. Moving to men's lacrosse, Drew Buck. Men's track and field, Reza SG. Next, we have baseball's Harry Genth. Next, we have volleyball's Taylor Jones. Next, we have women's lacrosse's Tiffany McCoulis. Next we have, oh yes. Next we have Cricket's Sid Pataka. Next, we have baseball's Daniel Rossman. Next, we have baseball's Anthony Runfola. Staying with baseball, we have Jack Wallace. Okay, and now for our senior awards. We have 5 awards that are given annually and voted on by our entire Haverford Athletics staff. First is the A.W. Pop Hattleton Award. This award is given for perseverance, leadership, sportsmanship, dedication, and loyalty, named in honor of A.W. Pop Hattleton, longtime track coach at Haverford. This award may be given to more than one senior. This award recognizes outstanding contributions to an athletic team by a person who epitomizes the qualities mentioned above. Coaches, please come up to give the award. It is first you. I believe so.
I might cry. I am proud to present Annie Bravicos with the Hattleton Award. Annie's journey over the past 4 years has been marked by growth, resilience, and unwavering commitment to her teammates. Each season, she found herself in a different role, and each time, she embraced the opportunity with maturity, perspective, and an unshaken team-first mindset. As a junior, when a younger teammate stepped into the starting goalie role, Annie didn't step back, she leaned in. She offered support without hesitation, celebrated her teammates' success, and kept leading by example every day. Her response wasn't bitterness, it was belief in her teammate and herself and the greater good of the team. And this year, when the opportunity came to step back into the starting role, Annie didn't just step in, she stepped up. She came in stronger and with the same signature mix of calm, confidence, and the occasional, I'm a good goalie serenade. Annie's ability to blend competitiveness with encouragement is unmatched. You could score on her, and instead of getting rattled, you'll get a genuine nice shot or an enthusiastic good, like she was your biggest fan. And somehow she still made it incredibly hard to do it again. Annie treats every rep as a chance to grow and every challenge as a chance to lead, which will leave a lasting mark on our team culture. Keep leading the way, Annie, whether it's on the field, humming your way through warm-ups, or leading people through the basement of the GIAC. If you keep leading, people will follow. Congrats, girl. Love you.
I'm honored to present the next winner of the Pop Haddleton Award on behalf of Poppy as well, to Abby Olivier. Abby, better known as Ollie, is one of, if not the most deserving player we have had in our program for this award. While we've tried to sing her praises as a leader and a teammate often, it's often difficult to give her the appreciation she deserves because of her selfless leadership. Ollie loves this game and her team more than anything, and that was always the driving factor in her relentlessness, effort, and positive attitude. She couldn't wait to dive for balls in practice, even if her shoulder was fine. And she was the most eager to pinch run in a game, even though it was probably meant that was the only time she would see the field that day. She was always the first on the field to set up, the last one on the field to clean up, and constantly willing to do whatever the team needed for her in the moment. She is the kind of player that makes you love coaching because she played for all the right reasons. Ollie, thank you for everything you've done for Haverford softball. I don't know what we'll do without you.
All right, so the first interaction I had with this individual was 2 years ago during my interview process. He was one of the student leaders involved with the search, and again, my first impression of him was, this is virtual, so I'm on a Zoom, and I'm saying some outside of the box things, some different concepts I bring to the table, and I'm just looking for something, some kind of reaction to let me know that, like, maybe there's somebody out there that's connecting. And I identify quickly one student there that's just like, anything I say, it's like it's, I don't know, like it got me fired up. And of course, if you had a chance to interact with him around campus, I'm talking about Matt Richards. Like the first 10 minutes of meeting Matt Richards, you've got to think, like, is this real? It's like, okay, is this guy putting on some kind of act? Like, what's going on here? But I'm going to tell you, it's real. It's real. It's not rah-rah. It's every day. It's who he is. I don't care if it's after a tough loss, the first guy that's there to give you a hug and tell you that he loves you, it's Matt Richards, okay? You make a big play, something big happens into your life, he's the first person there to celebrate you. That's who he is, and that's the energy and the light that he gives to others. It's consistent. And Coach Arnold wanted me to bring this up, Matt, but even when you walk into the locker room and you catch him in there by himself, rocking out to some Taylor Swift, the energy's still there. Still, I don't know. But for me especially, something I'm going to miss is, we all know that everything always goes perfect here at Haverford. But on those days where things aren't so perfect, it's easy to bring whatever happened and carry that into practice. But Matt's the first person there, greets you with a smile, and wants to know how your day is. And no matter how grumpy you're feeling, no matter how bad you're feeling, Matt's there to pick you up. And that's something that doesn't come natural for a lot of us, certainly doesn't come natural to me. That energy, that light, whatever he has inside of himself, it's special. And Matt, I'm going to tell you, never let any person or any situation change who you are or dim that light. Because that light is the light that's going to change the world. King Matt! King Matt!
All right, the next award is the Stephen G. Carey Class of 37 Award. The Carey Award is given to the senior or seniors who has or have made the greatest overall impact on the Haverford athletic program during their college careers through some combination of athletic participation and achievement, leadership, sportsmanship, off-field athletic department involvement, work within the department, or other athletically related contributions. Coaches, please come up to present this award.
Hi, everyone. Congratulations to all the seniors. You're amazing. So when you guys think about, as a student athlete, especially the seniors, think about in season and now out of season with all of our extra days that we get to coach you. How much free time do you really have in a day? Anybody? Give me a number of hours. 0 hours? Come on. I mean, I know when I was in college, I had a lot of free time, but I wasn't here. Anyone? No, it's not 0. You had some free time. Like 5 hours a day? 2? How about a solid 2? All right, so what I'm including in this is your classes, obviously. If you work on campus, your meals, needed sleep, your lifts, your conditioning sessions, your team events, team meetings, video, okay? So I'm gonna give you probably, with the amount of work you guys do, like 2 hours. I think that's fair, a day of like free time, right? Okay, so when we're getting together and talking about this award, we are looking for someone who not only brought just a lot of energy and a lot to their team and their program and lifts their program to a new level, but also someone who does that for the department, because when you have maybe 2 hours a day when you're in exams or midterms and you're in season, that might even be 30 minutes. Who's gonna, donate their time to do something for the rest of the department, to bring awareness to our department, right? And help us stand out in the community. This community, especially non-athletes and everyone here, and then the greater community. So I would like to really just honor Zoe Despinez. Today for all she brought for the past 4 years to our department. Obviously, she's a great player. All right, she worked her tail off in the off season, in season. She was our captain, one of our captains this year, which is a lot of meetings in itself. But some other things that I'm sure I'm missing, some things that you've done, Zoe, so you can tell everybody later, which I'm sure you won't because you don't talk about yourself. Multi-year active member of the SAC, All right, regularly attending those early meetings with Dave and Jamie, which can't be fun. I'm kidding. countless of meetings. You were one of the main coordinators for D3 Week. You were our main coordinator, especially this year, but in past years of the ALS Run Walk, keeping that alive. That was one of your goals. You wanted to keep that alive for our school. When you're doing that, you are organizing T-shirts, food trucks, collaborating with the deans and the student activity office. So you're constantly organizing and sending emails. You were, the organizer of the equipment drives to benefit the outside of the Haverford community. Co-founder of the Hidden Opponent, and a member of the Athletics Action Plan Steering Committee. So all these things you added on top of your plate while also, working to get into med school and being a serious student athlete, which is a lot of time and it's a lot of commitment. So for you to step out of yourself and give a lot to this community and to our department, I think it's going to be really hard to replace you. You're just so organized, you're so positive, and every time I asked Zoe, I said, why are you doing this? This is so much. And she goes, I love it. Like literally. And and she's being honest. She really loves to do things for others. She loves to lead events. She loves to coordinate things. You have a passion for service, for leadership, and you love tradition. And that shines through in everything that you do. So I thank you. And please always keep being that person that says, I'll do it. Thanks, Zoe.
Congratulations, well deserved. The next award is the Gregory Cannerstein Class of '63 Award. This award is given to the individual or individuals whose contribution of outstanding athletic accomplishments and leadership has been a significant factor in elevating the team's competitive success and whose level of performance has brought distinction not only to the individual, but also to the entire athletic program. So, coaches, please come to present this award, starting with Coach Wertman. So, 1 second.
As coaches, we put so much time and energy into recruiting the right athletes for our team. After a few years at Haverford, you start to think you've figured it out, what works, what doesn't, what exactly you're looking for. And then you get an email from a goalie turned defender who will be a freshman the following fall and wants to try out for your team. You give her the honest truth about how many defenders are already on the roster, you hit her with the run test, the wall ball test, and you figure she'll move on, but she doesn't, so you let her try out. And not only does she make the team, you fast forward to the end of her career, and she's a 3-year starter, a 3-time all-conference player, and a 3-time all-region selection. Alongside her 6 incredible classmates, she helped lead the team to 4 conference semifinals, 3 NCAA appearances, and our highest national ranking, and the most wins in a single season. So just like that, all those recruiting rules and theories go right out the window. I'm thrilled to present the Cannerstein Award to Ava Bauman. Ava has done nothing short of pouring herself fully into this program. She has worked tirelessly to become the player and leader she is today, while always lifting up the people around her. Her presence, her energy, and her commitment will leave a lasting mark on this team. So yes, I'll keep recruiting the traditional way, but if you're lucky enough to find yourself an Ava Bauman, you hold on tight because players like her don't fall into your lap every day. Congrats, you earned this.
Hey everyone, how's it going? Cool, awesome. Thanks, Danielle. So I wanted to tell just one quick Greg Cannerstein story about how he spent the summer after his senior year, right, which hopefully will be a little helpful to someone. So Greg obviously was an athlete. He didn't do track, but he had a buddy who was on the track team, the class of 1963, right, the Stone Age. And in 1963, Stu Levitt was the best javelin thrower in the conference. He actually won the Penn Relays. They didn't have D1, D2, D3, but he would have been the D3 champ. And he was actually D1 All-American that same year, which is pretty good. He's one of two guys, yeah, D1 All-American, it's not bad. And so Greg Cannerstein spent the summer after his senior year road tripping around the country with Stu Levitt, just chauffeuring him from meet to meet to meet. Was the most fun possible thing he could think of. I think. I didn't meet him, but I'm sure he would say. And that's before phones, that's before GPS, or any phone you could travel with. So if you're looking for something fun to do this summer, you have a much easier time. I don't know if Reza's season is going to go past nationals, but we're talking about it. I'm sure you'd love a buddy to road trip around with. You can use your phone to help navigate. So we're going to recognize Reza. She is the Cannerstein Award winner. I just wanted to add two. And I just want to add two kind of thoughts to share. What the level he's reached and a little bit of a roadmap. How he's been so successful. One thing that's really tough in our sport is that as soon as you achieve, whatever goal you've had, your biggest dream for the year, the next day that becomes your new expectation, right? And the only way to get any better is to take the next step forward. Our sport can be very linear, right? You're 8th place and then you're 5th place. You run, 350 and then 349. And that can be really tough, right? If you have a great day or a great season, how do you get any better? The challenge that Rez really succeeded with is to raise his level of sight, raise his gaze, raise his ambition, and then take each step from season to season, year to year. And it's gotten him, to best mid-distance runner in the conference, second in the country in the indoor season. We'll see what we can do outdoors. Even to the point where, from nationals to nationals to nationals, right? Qualified success, but didn't make the final. Made the final, didn't finish the final. Finished the final second, second's not first. So now we get one more shot next week to see if we can do any better. That's tough, right? That's linear. So. And the last story I just want to share quickly is the conference meet, right? It's tough. Because it's very, very distinct. You either won or lost, right, in a championship setting. And in the indoor meet, in the mile, there were 5 guys who were national caliber, right, top 50 in the list. 4 of them were wearing blue, and 1 of them was wearing white. And when you have 4 guys that good, wearing the same team jersey, you can use team tactics. Team tactics only work if you can pull it off. But if you just say you're the best guy in the conference, you can win anyway. So hats off, Reza Eshki.
I am very pleased to introduce the Greg Canastine Award winner to one of the gifted athletes of the cricket team, Sid Patak. Since I have been coaching here at Haverford, I have seen very few athletes who have made such a positive impact on the cricket program as Sid Patak has. He joined Haverford College 4 years ago without any organized cricket experience, and through strong commitment, dedication, hard work, and focus, became one of the best players at Haverford College. His cricket achievements are extraordinary. 200s, 5 score of 80s, and few 50s in mostly 20, 25 over matches is astonishing. Particularly for someone who learned playing organized cricket at Haverford College. Sid is also a great leader. He upholds high standards, which helps him shape the opinion and action of his players through persuasion and example. He fosters strong relationship with his teammates and ensures that all reach their full potential while importantly achieving the team's goal. He is first to the practice and last to leave, and more importantly, cares for his teammates and is always willing to help and improve them. The team's 7-1 record in the fall of 24 and 5-0 in spring semester 25 and 4-1 this year's Philadelphia International Cricket Festival exemplifies his abilities as a leader. I would like to say a few words about Greg Canastine. I've been coaching here for a long time, and Greg Canastine was the biggest supporter of cricket at Haverford. During his time, we went to Canada, Bahamas, Bermuda, Barbados, Scotland, and twice to England. Greg's vision was he wanted to spread Haverford College name in all cricket-playing countries. And we went to England. He called me in his office and he said, "Do you think we can compete in England with Oxford and Cambridge?" I said, "Greg, yes, I think so." We went there and came back undefeated. We beat Oxford and Cambridge College and some other St. John's and other colleges. And there was a big heading in the local papers that Haverford Yankees beat Oxford and Cambridge. So Greg's I am very pleased personally that Sid is winning that award, because I am sure that Greg is enjoying watching Sid and smiling, particularly since Sid is winning the award, which is named after him. Sid Patak.
The next award is the Tom Donnelly Award. This award is named in honor of Haverford's longtime men's cross country and track and field head coach. The award is presented to a senior varsity athlete or student athletes, plural, who has or have shown continual improvement throughout their collegiate career and who exhibits the qualities most associated with Tom: strong character, integrity, dedication, and the ability to have a positive impact on their sport and team. Coaches, please come up to present these awards.
All right. I'm going to kick this off by saying the person's name at the beginning because that's how we do it on our art team. I am presenting the Tom Donnelly Award to Dominique Lagrenade. And I feel strongly that if you're going to present this award, it must be done in Tom's classic oratory talents and his style, which has 3 features to every great Tom Donnelly speech. His speeches are fact-based. They feature a story that you're not sure where it's going, and the story tells the truth and often has people painted as not running very fast. And it celebrates a walk-on athlete who gets really, really good. So here we go. It's the fall of 2022. I am 60 days into my new job at Haverford, and our cross-country team has just delivered the worst conference performance in 34 years. We come in 9 out of 10 teams. And there's lots of reasons for this. We are very young, we are an incredibly tiny team, and we all had the worst week of our lives leading up to this race, including injury, illness, the passing of a family member, and an asthma attack. So, to make matters worse, we are hosting cross-country championships this year at Haverford. So it is like being punched in the face in your own home. No one was happy about this. We are not having a good time. Then to add insult to literal injury, I learned from a spectator, that they have overheard another conference coach declaring that this is the downfall of the Haverford women's dynasty and a new day has dawned. Exciting 60 days for me. So we have a week until regionals. I'm holding on to this piece of information, and I know I'm never going to share it with my team because I don't want to devastate them with this news. Except that maybe I do, because I'm new. And I'm starting to figure out my team, and I'm starting to get a sense of who can handle this information and what will they do with this information. So it's a week later, it's the night before regionals, and we have to race the same team who insults us again. And I tell the Bees what this coach says and that our dynasty is over and a new day has dawned and we're kind of terrible apparently. And I wait, and I look at this one athlete, and based on her reaction, I know how the next day is going to go. And without missing a beat, Dom says, "Let's show them." And from there, a spark started. And everyone said, "Let's show them. Let's do this. Let's turn it around." And they did. Our team resoundingly defeated the trash team. The trash talking coach. So that was a Freudian slip there. And his poor squad had no idea why they were being hunted down by Haverford women. Our team threw themselves so much into the high rankings that we unseated other conference teams we had lost to the week prior, and it set the tone for the program moving forward. And I don't believe that any one person can make a team change, but I do believe one person can rally a team at essential moments, and Dom did that for us. As a new coach, building trust is essential, and Dom was the first to trust the training and to trust our team's ability to improve, thus ensuring the dynasty continues. Now a series of facts about Dom, because I want you to know, in addition to that, she's really fast. There's like 6 of them. She was a walk-on. She has also scored in cross-country varsity top 5 3 years in a row. She's also scored a lot of conference points in our relays, 4 podium finishes on 2 different relays over the past 2 years. This year, she won the 4x4 with her team at the Penn Relays. She's got stupid good range, and it makes it hard for me and Justice to figure out what to do with her and where to put her on relays to the point that we fight most years about it. So we won't have to fight anymore. But she can do everything from the 400 to the 6,000 meter, which is very, very impressive. And she is on 2 all-time top 10 lists in our program. She was the leadoff leg for the 10th fastest 4x4 in Haverford College history and the leadoff leg for the 3rd fastest 4x8 in school history. Dom.
Thanks, Anik. I had chat GPT'd my entire speech, and now that's out the window. So here goes. This is going to be the exact opposite of what she just did. I'm not going to tell you the name just yet. I'm going to keep you on the edge of your seats. But I don't know if you know Tom Donnelly, but he's still at Haverford all the time. He's the GOAT, literally the GOAT. But I remember 16 years ago when, it was like 16 and a half years ago, I was sitting in an interview and he was there with pen and pencil and pad and just grilling me with questions. I was 23. And it was like, he was just, how are you going to make this program better? What are your expectations? How are you going to recruit? And it was like serious. And I was like, I like this guy. He really wants like athletics to be really competitive here. And then watching him do that with all the other candidates every year was awesome. But when I think of Tom, all right, I knew him in a different way, not in the track way, not in the running way. I talked about running a lot, but he is just such a strong person. And when I looked at him, I was like, well, if I could ever be half the coach that he is and how he pushes his student athletes. To him, being a cross-country runner and being a student athlete was a job and an important job. And it was something that you did right, and you brought all your teammates along with you. And I loved that, what he would tell his student athletes about being a really, really good student and being really good at your sport. And for him, it was running. So when this award was made, I was like, wow, this is I can't nominate someone unless I'm absolutely sure that they have the qualities and the characteristics of Tom. So Tom's the GOAT, and I put up our honey badger for this award, Rachel Marlin. So both, what do they call you, Coach Z? Yeah? Okay. Both Coach Z and I were like, we have to nominate her for something. This girl has done so much. And she was not a walk-on for us. She was a highly recruited athlete, one of the best on the team all 4 years. What made her her, though, and what made her our honey badger and the GOAT of our team was her relentless attitude towards off-season training, her stoic attitude on and off the field. You can't shake this girl. All right, she could be in the worst game or the best game, she'll have the same face on her. It is all business. And that's how she performs. And then, she's just an incredible person, someone to look up to, a leader. And like I said, just so passionate about being a student athlete. And so when I think of what Tom Donnelly is and just how much he loved college athletics and loves college athletics, I think of Rachel. And I think of her ability to work hard for herself and work hard for others and pull others along with her and get them serious about it too, because it is serious. It's fun, and it's fun for it to be serious. So that part of Rachel's personality is something that I completely just mold with. Like that is, I love that, and I love that intensity. It's hard to crack a smile, but I know inside she is smiling so hard. I know she's smiling so hard. And what makes her smile is how hard she works for herself and her teammates. And that's a student athlete. She's great at both. She's awesome at both. And then Coach Z is going to talk about the other stuff.
I am going to stick to my script. But yes, another player I didn't recruit, but am so grateful that they became a part of our team, and that's Rachel Marlin. During Rachel's sophomore year, she agreed to join us as our backup goalie on a Friday, and by the following Tuesday, she was our starter. That game was our season opener against Cabrini and the very team that had ended our previous season in the NCAA tournament. So that game held a lot of weight to our team. Rachel was quiet and unassuming, and at first I couldn't quite tell what she was thinking or feeling. But that day, she made 13 saves, including the epic kick save heard around the world. Matt Richards' favorite memory. But yes, the epic kick save that sent us into overtime and ultimately allowed us to win. At the end of both her sophomore and junior seasons, we had the same conversation about what next year might look like, and each time it became very clear. Rachel was meant to be a part of this team, and she wasn't going anywhere. She has brought so much good to our program and embraced a completely different role with us than she has in field hockey. This past Saturday, there was no better way for Rachel to end her career than with yet another kick save, a truly full circle moment. Rachel, I'm so proud of them.
Left, Cabrini ball. Here comes Cabrini. Oh God, no! Great save by Marlon there from Rachel Marlon.
Wow. Her clears. Now here's a drive by Lane. Lane shot save. Beautiful save.
But yes, Rachel, I am so proud of the mark you've left on our program, and I can't thank you enough for stepping up when we needed you most. Congratulations.
Our final award is the Varsity Cup. This award is presented annually to the outstanding athlete or athletes in the senior class. The criteria used in selecting the Varsity Cup winner are athletic accomplishments, sportsmanship, and leadership through their career. Coaches, please come up to present these awards.
Before I talk about the Varsity Cup, I just want to take a minute to acknowledge the entire class of senior student athletes. Prior to your arrival, the pandemic had destabilized athletics, and it was going to take a really massive effort in order to quickly rebuild athletic success here at Haverford. And to your credit, in large part, you and your teams have really done that. And this class will be known for breaking the inertia and creating the momentum and hope for the future of Haverford College athletics. And it wouldn't have been possible without a lot of the right people being willing to do a lot of the hard work. So thank you very much. I'm honored to introduce this year's Varsity Cup winner. And I rarely make statements like this, but Harry Genth has developed into the best position player in the history of our baseball program at Haverford. He's rewritten the Haverford College record books, setting single-season records in slugging percentage, home runs, total bases, runs batted in, and runs scored, and establishing new career records in runs scored, times hit by pitch, home runs, runs batted in, total bases, slugging percentage, and most Uncrustables eaten in 4 years. He also broke a few Centennial Conference records, and he's currently leading the entire country in a variety of significant statistical categories, and he's in the top 20 in the country in virtually every statistical category right now. He's the two-time Centennial Conference Player of the Year, the returning and sure to be two-time first-team All-Region infielder, almost certainly first-team All-American, and probable National Player of the Year. And along the way, Harry has attracted and impressed scouts from a variety of Major League Baseball organizations and hopefully, potentially, has earned an opportunity to play professional baseball after college. Harry is a force of nature. His desire to be great and his work ethic are matched only by his enthusiasm for the game and his passion for doing the work that's required to be truly excellent. Success leaves clues, and Harry has left a lot of clues for all of us. Get to work early. Value the weight room. Practice with purpose. Challenge yourself to be physically and mentally tough. Train outside of your comfort zone. Know that failure can be a great teacher and that success must be earned day after day. Care more about your teammates than yourself. Model an example that can inspire the best in others, and always believe. It's been an honor to witness Harry's development and dominance, and I'm thrilled to present him with this year's Varsity Cup.
All right, we're going to wrap up. Thank you to our Senior Awards Committee of Susan McCabe, who just visited up at the front here. Jason Rash, yes. Curran McCauley. Jamie Schneck. Megan Tustin. Grace Elliott, and Matt Nissenfield. Thank you to all staff, coaches, teammates, deans, faculty, and administrators who support and guide our student athletes through their 4-year experience at Haverford. Thank you, seniors, for your unwavering dedication to Haverford College, the athletic department, your teams, and each other. Perhaps more than any other, this class battled adversity from the start of their collegiate careers and came out stronger for it on the other side. We are so proud of all of your many contributions, both on and off the field of play during your time here, and know that you will make an impact in the lives of others, in your careers, in your lives after Haverford. We're thrilled to welcome you to the Ford's alumni family. Please do not be a stranger. Congratulations again. Seniors, please stand for us to give you another round of applause. Bravo. All right. Can all award winners please return to the stage? Does that work? All right, thank you. And record holders, please return to the stage.